Ninja, this is Shreya once again, and welcome back to another episode of Tidbit Wednesday, 7-minute Tidbit Wednesday, wherein I attempt to speak and to discuss an interesting topic in just 7 minutes. So for today, we're going to talk about another tricky or challenging call center interview question with an answer, which is this: how will you describe the color red to a blind man? Your strategy should touch into experience, feelings, and emotions, because research suggests that there is a high connection between colors and your experience or your feelings and emotions, as I've mentioned earlier. So, for example, if it's the color red, I'd say something like, I will let the person go out into the sun while the sun is shining brightly and intensely, and I will tell that person, that blind man, that is the color red. The heat that you're feeling right now is the color red. Color red is the color of something burning, such as fire. So you are now touching into the experience, right? And the feelings or emotions. And you can say something like, the color red also represents something intense, such as when you are mad or when you're angry, you feel intense, you feel shaking. That is color red. So if you notice, I am relating it into experience, like having him or her go out into the sun, or having him think about a situation wherein he was mad or he was angry, wherein he felt intense, and that is the color red. And aside from that, since a blind person can definitely hear, right, then you can also touch into that sense of hearing. A color, or the color red, is very loud. It stands out. Like if someone wears color red, it immediately catches attention. So you can say something like, you can imagine something that is loud, or someone you know who talks really loud, then that is red. Someone that's loud, something that's loud, and something that stands out. That is for color red. Now, what if you will be asked for the color blue? How will you describe the color blue to a blind man? So you can say something like, okay, let's go out and touch the water in the swimming pool, or I will let you drink an ice cold water. So that coolness that you feel is the color blue. And you can also say something like, have you remembered a time wherein you were very lonely or you were very sad? It was quiet, it was silent, and there was no one but you. That is the color blue. It is most of the time associated with loneliness because you're blue. So there. So another example is for color green. The way I see it is that the color green is the color of life, the color of health. So you can let that person go out and touch the wet grasses that are full of life. Or you can describe someone, or let that person remember another person who is healthy or who is very full of energy. So there, green is the color of life. You have to remember that these questions are questions that will really make use of your imagination. So there's no right or wrong answer. You really just have to use your imagination and creativity and how to answer these questions. And the interviewer would most likely just want to test how you'd react in these kinds of scenarios, or whenever you get presented with a question that is not very much expected. Although this question is kind of expected. The color red, but not the blue, green, or the colors of the rainbow. So that's about it. Who knows, you might be asked for different representations or interpretations rather that you have about the different colors of the rainbow. Who knows? But again, think of your strategy, which is to touch on the experience, feelings,